fairy house experiment. Thank you for joining me today. And today I thought I'd tell you a little bit more about fairy house building. First things first, you need to plan your fairy house, because fairy house building is for everyone. Sit down with a friend, a loved one, or a caregiver, and think about the type of fairy house you would like to build. Would you like to build one outside, or would you like to build one inside? And what type of items would you like to use? If you're building your fairy house outside, you may choose to use more natural items, whereas if you're building your fairy house inside, you may like to use some recycled materials. And also, you may want to think about what type of fairy would you like to attract. Okay, now that you've planned your fairy house, you need to pick a location. So you need to grab a friend, loved one, caregiver, or parent, and take a walk outside. Look around and find the perfect location to build your fairy home. You know, maybe it's going to be under a beautiful tree like this one behind me, or under, some blooming flowers, or just a special place that you may have close to your home. If you don't have access to outside, is there a special place in your room or your home where you could build a fairy house? Take your time and find the perfect location. As you walk around outside, notice what comes into your line of sight. The fairies will leave you beautiful things to support your fairy house building. For example, you may find flowers, or sticks, or even nice rolled leaves or petals. If you're building inside, again, you might want to look around the home for some recycled items like bottle caps, or plastic bottles, or cardboard. Maybe something from your cereal box could be cut out and used. It's time to build your fairy house. As you can see, I spent some time this morning building a fairy house with someone special in my life, and we picked some evergreen, I believe it's spruce, and some myrtle, some soft boxwood, and even some clover for a nice bed in the fairy house. And we're encouraging all fairy house builders to add a water element to each of their fairy houses this year. It could be a seashell, or maybe soft, dewy clover, or grass, or a pebble. Something that might invite a water fairy in. We've got a couple seashells here, and even a penny. After you build your fairy house, you want to place something special inside, and that's where the seashell or penny come in. Okay? I encourage you to visit your fairy house daily. You never know when a fairy may stop by and leave you a special present. And it's also really nice to leave the fairies something special besides your dewy grass or seashell or pebble. You could leave a bit of chocolate or a thimbleful of water, and you just never know who may stop by. Thank you again for spending time learning how to build a fairy house today, and we'll have more videos coming soon. Until I see you again, be well, be safe, and keep building.